Hey everyone, make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you these deep dives into all the cool stuff happening online. Today, we're diving into AI image generation. It's getting huge, right? And for good reason. We're going to be focusing specifically on Freepik. You probably know them for their stock resources. But they just launched this incredible new tool, Imagen 3. And the really cool part is that it's powered by Google's Imagen 3 model, which is known for creating some of the most realistic AI images out there.
It really is amazing. It's fascinating how quickly we've gone from those early AI images that look, well, a little off, to these incredibly detailed, high-resolution images you can get with Imagen 3 now. It's opening up so many possibilities for creatives.
Okay, so let's unpack this for anyone who might be thinking, wait, I can make images with AI now. What can you actually do with this thing?
Well, think about it this way. How many times have you needed a specific image for, say, your website, or a social media post, or even a print project? And you spent, I don't know how long, searching stock photo sites. Imagen 3 lets you skip that whole process, you tell it what you want, and boom, it creates it.
So instead of digging through endless stock photos, I can just conjure up the perfect image. It sounds almost too good to be true.
It really is kind of like magic. And the quality is seriously impressive. Freepik is claiming that Imagen 3 delivers images with this unprecedented clarity and coherence. And from what I've seen, it's not just hype. They're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI image generation.
Okay, but how user-friendly is it, really? I mean, do I need to be a coding whiz to use this thing?
No, not at all. That's actually one of the things that impressed me most. You don't need to be a tech expert at all. It's super intuitive to use. You just type in a description of what you want, the more detailed, the better. And then you can tweak settings like aspect ratio, the style you're going for, even how many variations you want. And then Imagen 3 just goes to work.
So it's like having a personal artist on demand,
Yeah.
but without the back and forth and revisions.
Exactly. And here's a cool little feature. They have this reimagine tool. It lets you refine the images even further, so you can tweak the composition, colors, even add or remove elements. It's like having a built-in art director.
I'm getting a little excited here. This sounds like a game changer for creatives,
Yeah.
especially those of us who are, well, artistically challenged. But I know a lot of our listeners are probably thinking, hold on, how does this stack up against the other AI image generators out there? Like Adobe, Firefly, Midjourney, and all the big names. What makes Imagen 3 special?
It's a great question. You're right. There are a ton of options out there. What sets Imagen 3 apart is that it combines the power of Google's technology with Freepik's massive library of images and their understanding of visual trends. It's like they took the best of both worlds and mashed them together.
So it's not just about the technology. It's about understanding how people actually use visuals. That's smart. But let's get real. For a lot of us, the big question is, how can I actually use this in my work or business?
Hmm. Could you walk us through some real-world scenarios where Imagen 3 would be a lifesaver?
Absolutely. Let's start with stock imagery. Imagine you're a photographer or an illustrator who sells stock photos. With Imagen 3, you can generate unique, highly specific images that cater to niche markets. You can even experiment with different styles and trends to see what sells best.
So it's not just about creating any old image. It's about creating images that are commercially viable.
Exactly. And think about how much time and effort you could save by generating those images on demand. Instead of staging elaborate photo shoots or spending hours illustrating, it's a potential gold mine for stock creators.
Okay, that makes sense. What about something like custom artwork for clients? Could you use this for, say, a book cover illustration
Yeah.
or a logo design? Definitely. You could offer clients personalized illustrations tailored to their brand or project, all generated in a fraction of the time it would take to create them manually. Imagen 3 could be a secret weapon for freelancers and designers, for anyone looking to impress clients with their speed and efficiency.
And I bet those of us in the print-on-demand world are already seeing dollar signs. This could be huge for designing t-shirts, mugs, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. The possibilities for print on demand are endless. Imagine generating unique designs for a whole product line in minutes. You could even use Imagen 3 to create variations on a theme, offering customers a wider range of choices. It could seriously streamline your design process and boost your sales.
This is giving me so many ideas for my own merch line. Okay, what about digital products? How would Imagen 3 be helpful for things like ebooks, online courses, or even social media content?
Well, visuals are key to making any digital product pop, right? With Imagen 3, you could create custom illustrations for your ebook covers, your chapter headers, or even infographic elements. You could design eye-catching thumbnails for your YouTube videos or social media posts. The possibilities are limitless.
It's like having a built-in design team without the overhead. And I bet freelancers could use this to really boost their productivity. Imagine being able to generate visuals for presentations, website mockups, or client proposals in a snap.
Exactly. It's a game changer for anyone working on client projects, especially if you're on tight deadlines. It frees up your time to focus on the things that only humans can do: strategy, concept development, client communication.
Okay, this all sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But I know there are always ethical considerations when it comes to AI. How does Freepik address these concerns with Imagen 3?
It's an important point. AI image generation is still a relatively new field, and there are definitely legal and ethical questions that need to be addressed. Freepik is very upfront about these issues. They emphasize that users are responsible for understanding the copyright implications of using AI-generated images and for ensuring that they have the right to use them for commercial purposes.
So it's like any tool. It can be used responsibly or irresponsibly. It's up to us to use it ethically.
Exactly. It's important to remember that AI is an extension of human creativity, not a replacement for it. We still need to think critically about how we use these tools and be mindful of the potential impact on our industry and society as a whole.
That's a great perspective. So, while this technology is incredibly exciting, it's important to approach it with a sense of responsibility. But let's dive deeper into some of the features that make Imagen 3 so powerful. One thing I'm really curious about is the level of customization it offers. You mentioned that you can tweak settings, but what about creative control? How much freedom do you really have to shape the images?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. Imagen 3 gives you a surprising amount of control. You can adjust colors, lighting, even the framing of your images. But the real magic lies in a feature called permutation prompts.
Okay, permutation prompts. That sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
It's basically a way to generate multiple image variations based on different element combinations. You use the clay symbol in your prompt to create these variations. For example, you could type something like a cat dog wearing a hat scarf. And Imagen 3 would create images of a cat with a hat, a dog with a scarf, and all the other possible combinations.
Oh, wow. So instead of creating one image at a time, I could create a whole bunch of options with just a few keystrokes. That's brilliant.
It is, right. It's perfect for exploring different creative directions or quickly generating options for clients. And then on top of that, Imagen 3 offers preset styles like photo, vintage, and painting, which can help you achieve a specific look and feel.
It sounds like you could literally recreate any artistic style imaginable with this thing.
Pretty much. And if you want even more control over the final look, there are intuitive controls for fine-tuning colors, framing, and lighting effects.
So, whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, Imagen 3 has something to offer. It's like having a whole design studio at your fingertips.
It really is. It's amazing to see how accessible AI image generation is becoming. It's truly democratizing creativity.
Okay, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about another aspect of Imagen 3 that has me really intrigued. Its ability to generate images with transparent backgrounds. For those who might not be designers, why is this such a big deal?
Well, this is a game changer, especially for anyone who works with layered images or creates graphics for websites or social media. Having a transparent background means you can easily isolate the subject of an image and place it on different backgrounds, or integrate it into other designs without having to mess around with complex masking techniques.
Instead of searching for an image with the perfect background, I can create exactly what I need and easily drop it into any design.
Exactly. It gives you so much more flexibility and creative control. Imagine creating a product mockup where you can seamlessly place a generated image of your product onto a real-world photo, or designing a social media graphic where you can layer text and other elements over a transparent background image. The possibilities are endless.
That opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities.
Yeah.
It sounds like Imagen 3 is not just for creating standalone images, it's for integrating those images into a wider range of designs and projects.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool for visual storytelling and content creation.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from the basics of AI image generation to some of the more advanced features of Imagen 3. But before we get carried away with all the amazing things it can do, let's take a step back and consider some of the potential downsides. What are some of the concerns people have raised about AI image generation in general?
Well, one of the big ones is the potential for job displacement. As AI image generation becomes more sophisticated, there's a worry that it could replace human artists and designers.
Yeah, That's a valid concern. It's important to think about the impact this technology will have on the creative industry and how we can adapt to these changes.
Absolutely. We need to find ways to integrate these tools into the creative workflow in a way that complements human skills and expertise. Rather than simply replacing them, it's about collaboration, not competition.
So it's not about AI versus humans. It's about finding ways for AI to empower human creativity.
Exactly. It's about seeing AI as a partner, a tool that can help us push the boundaries of what's possible and achieve things we could never do alone.
That's a great way to think about it. It's about embracing the potential of this technology, while still recognizing the importance of human ingenuity and artistic vision.
Precisely. AI is a powerful force, and like any powerful force, it can be used for good or bad. It's up to us to use it wisely and responsibly.
Well said. So, to recap for our listeners, Freepik Imagen 3 is a powerful new tool that's shaking up the world of AI image generation. It's incredibly user-friendly, offers amazing quality and customization options, and has the potential to revolutionize the creative process for everyone, from stock creators to freelancers to businesses of all sizes.
And it's important to remember that AI image generation is still a relatively new field, and it's evolving rapidly. It's exciting to see where this technology will take us in the years to come.
Now, let's dive deeper into one of the most intriguing aspects of Imagen 3. Its ability to generate images in a variety of artistic styles. This is where things get really fun. You can experiment with styles like photorealism, vintage illustration, abstract art, and so much more.
Yeah, it's like having access to an entire art history library at your fingertips. You can literally tell Imagen 3 to create an image in the style of your favorite artist.
Or art movements.
If I wanted to create an image that looks like a Renaissance painting, could Imagen 3 do that? Absolutely. You could input a prompt like a portrait of a woman in the style of Leonardo da Vinci, and Imagen 3 would attempt to generate an image that mimics his signature style. You could even specify details like the lighting, the composition, and the overall mood of the painting.
That's incredible. What about more modern styles like pop art or surrealism? Could I experiment with those as well?
Of course. Imagen 3 has been trained on a massive beta set of images, spanning a wide range of artistic movements and styles. You can even blend styles together to create something truly unique and unexpected.
Oh, wow. So, let's say I wanted to create an image that combines elements of pop art and Japanese woodblock printing. Could I do that?
Definitely. You could experiment with prompts that incorporate keywords related to both styles and see what Imagen 3 comes up with. The possibilities for creative exploration are truly endless.
Okay, this is all incredibly exciting, but I'm sure some of our listeners are wondering about the practicalities of using Imagen 3. For example, what kind of image resolution does it offer?
That's a great question. Imagen 3 is capable of generating images at a fairly high resolution, suitable for most online and print applications. However, it's worth noting that the resolution may vary, depending on the complexity of the image and the settings you choose.
So if I wanted to print a large-scale poster of an image generated by Imagen 3, would that be possible?
It might be possible, but you would likely need to upscale the image. Using a separate software program, Freepik does offer an upscaling tool, but it may not be sufficient for very large prints.
Okay, good to know. Another practical consideration is file format. What file types can you download images in from Imagen 3?
Imagen 3 typically allows you to download images in common file formats like JPEG and PNG. These formats are widely compatible with various software programs and online platforms.
Perfect. Now, I think it's time to shift gears and talk about one of the features that really sets Imagen 3 apart from other AI image generators, its ability to create images with transparent backgrounds.
Yeah, this is a game changer for designers. And anyone who works with layered images, it means you can easily isolate the subject of an image and use it on different backgrounds or in composite designs.
Can you give us an example of how this might be useful in a real-world scenario?
Absolutely. Let's say you're designing a website and you need an image of a person holding a product. With Imagen 3, you could generate an image of the person with a transparent background, then place it on top of a photo of your product, creating a seamless composite.
That's incredibly useful. I can see how this feature would save designers a lot of time and effort. It eliminates the need for complex masking techniques or searching for stock photos with the perfect background.
Exactly. It gives you much more flexibility and control over your designs.
Okay, so we've talked about the technical capabilities of Imagen 3, but let's get back to the creative side of things for a moment. One of the things that I find most fascinating about AI image generation is the potential to push the boundaries of artistic expression.
Yeah, I agree. AI tools like Imagen 3 can help us to see the world in new and unexpected ways. They can generate images that are beyond the realm of human imagination, sparking our creativity and inspiring us to think outside the box.
It's like having a creative partner who can constantly surprise you with fresh ideas and perspectives.
Exactly. And the more we experiment with these tools, the more we'll discover their true potential.
Now, let's address a question that I'm sure is on a lot of our listeners' minds: the cost. Is Imagen 3 accessible to everyone, or is it primarily geared toward professional creatives?
Well, Freepik offers both free and paid plans for Imagen 3. The free plan gives you a limited number of image generations per day, which is great for exploring the tool and getting a feel for its capabilities. So,
If I just want to play around with Imagen 3 and create a few images for fun, I could do that without spending any money.
exactly. The free plan is a great way to get started. However, if you plan on using Imagen 3 regularly or need higher image resolution and unlimited generations, you'll need to subscribe to a paid plan.
Okay, that makes sense. What about those of us who are already Freepik subscribers? Do we get access to Imagen 3 as part of our existing subscription?
That's a great question. I believe that access to Imagen 3 is included in some of the higher tier Freepik subscriptions, but it's always best to double check the details of your specific plan.
Good point. It's worth noting that pricing models for AI tools like Imagen 3 are still evolving, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on the latest updates from Freepik.
Absolutely. The field of AI image generation is moving at a rapid pace, so
Right.
things can change quickly.
Okay. I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into Freepik's Imagen 3. We've talked about its incredible capabilities, the potential benefits for creatives and businesses, and some of the ethical considerations we need to keep in mind.
We've only just scratched the surface. You know, one of the things that just blew me away when I first started experimenting with Imagen 3 was its ability to generate images in so many different artistic styles. You can literally tell it to create something in the style of Van Gogh, Picasso, or even like a modern street artist, and it just does it.
Yeah, it's like having the entire history of art at your fingertips. I've seen some examples online, and it's honestly pretty mind-blowing how accurately it can capture those styles. You could create like a whole art exhibit of AI-generated artwork.
Absolutely. And the level of control you have is incredible. It's not just about mimicking a style. You can actually blend styles together, tweak details, and create something truly unique.
So if I wanted to create, say, a landscape painting that combines the vibrant colors of Impressionism with the graphic elements of Japanese woodblock printing, could Imagen 3 handle that?
Yeah, no problem. It's all about crafting the right prompt. You could experiment with keywords related to both styles and see what Imagen 3 comes up with. The possibilities for creative exploration are pretty much limitless.
I think that's what's so exciting about this technology. It's not just about replacing human artists. It's about giving us new tools to express ourselves and push the boundaries of what's possible in art. It's almost like having a creative partner who can help you visualize your ideas in ways you might never have thought of.
Exactly. And the more we experiment with these tools, the more we'll discover their true potential. It's an evolving process, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what AI can do in the realm of art and design.
Speaking of pushing boundaries, let's not forget about Freepik's AI video generator, which takes this whole concept to a whole new level. I mean, you can actually transform those AI-generated images into dynamic videos. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It is pretty mind-blowing, right? You can use those static images as starting or ending frames, and the AI will generate the in-between frames to create a seamless motion sequence. You can even customize effects and transitions to give your videos a unique look and feel.
Yeah, I've seen a few demos online, and it's amazing how smooth and realistic the motion is. It's not just jerky stop-motion animation. It actually feels like a real video.
Right, and the possibilities for using this are vast. You could create eye-catching social media content, animated explainer videos for your business, even short artistic films. It's a powerful tool for visual storytelling, and it's becoming increasingly accessible to everyone.
I can see this being a game changer for content creators of all types, especially those who don't have the budget for traditional video production. It democratizes the process, making it possible for anyone with a computer and an internet connection to create high-quality video content.
Exactly. It levels the playing field, allowing individuals and small businesses to compete with larger companies in terms of visual content. It's a powerful tool for marketing, education, and even entertainment.
Now, with all this talk about AI and its growing capabilities, I have to ask the question that's probably on a lot of our listeners' minds: What does the future hold for human creativity? Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
That's the question that a lot of people are grappling with, and honestly, there's no easy answer, but I personally believe that human creativity will always have a place, even in a world increasingly driven by AI.
Why do you say that? I mean, AI is getting so sophisticated, it can already create art, write music, even write code. What's to stop it from taking over completely?
Well, AI tools like Imagen 3 are incredibly powerful, but they still lack something that's essential to human creativity: intuition, empathy, and the ability to connect with an audience on an emotional level.
That makes sense. AI can generate technically impressive stuff, but it can't replicate the human touch, that spark of inspiration that makes art truly meaningful and resonant.
Exactly. AI can be a valuable tool for assisting and augmenting human creativity, but it can't replace the unique perspective, the lived experiences, and the emotional depth that humans bring to the table. It's that human element that gives art its soul, its ability to move us, challenge us, and inspire us.
So it's not a question of AI versus humans. It's about finding ways for AI to empower and enhance human creativity. It's about collaboration, not competition.
Precisely, it's about finding the right balance, using AI to amplify our abilities and explore new creative frontiers while still staying true to our own unique voices and visions.
That's a really inspiring perspective.
Mm.
It's not about fearing the future. It's about embracing the possibilities and using these new tools to tell our stories, share our ideas, and create art that truly resonates with the world.
And the beauty of it is that these tools are constantly evolving, getting better all the time. It's an exciting time to be a creative because the potential for innovation and expression is virtually limitless.
Okay, so we've explored the artistic potential of Imagen 3, its video generation capabilities, and the broader implications of AI for creativity.
Mhm.
But let's get down to some of the practicalities, the nitty-gritty details that our listeners need to know if they're actually going to use this tool.
Sure, let's start with image resolution. Imagen 3 is capable of generating images at a fairly high resolution, which is great for online use and even some print applications. But if you're planning on printing something large scale, like a poster or a billboard, you might need to upscale the image using additional software.
Okay, good to know. So resolution is something to keep in mind depending on your specific needs. What about file formats? What kind of files can you actually download from Imagen 3?
The standard formats are JPEG and PNG, which are pretty much universal and compatible with most design software and online platforms, so you can easily integrate those images into your workflow without any hassle.
That's good to hear. Now, you mentioned earlier that one of the standout features of Imagen 3 is its ability to create images with transparent backgrounds. Why don't we dive a little deeper into that and talk about why that's such a big deal for designers and content creators?
This feature is a game changer, especially for anyone who works with layered images or creates graphics for websites or social media. Imagine you need an image of a person holding a product for your website banner with Imagen 3. You could generate an image of that person with a transparent background and then easily place it on top of a photo of your product, creating a seamless composite.
So it's all about flexibility and control. It gives you so many more options for integrating those AI-generated images into your designs and projects.
Exactly. It opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities and saves you a ton of time and effort. You don't have to worry about finding images with the perfect background or spending hours trying to mask out complex shapes.
It sounds like Imagen 3 has really thought about the needs of designers and content creators and has incorporated features that streamline the workflow and make the whole process more efficient.
Absolutely. It's a tool that's designed to empower creators, not limit them. It's about giving you the freedom to experiment, explore, and bring your vision to life.
Now, before we move on to the next section, let's take a moment to address the elephant in the room whenever we talk about AI, especially in the context of creativity. There are always concerns about ethical implications. How does Imagen 3 address these concerns?
That's a valid point, and it's something that we should always be mindful of. Freepik is very transparent about the ethical implications of AI image generation. They emphasize that users are responsible for understanding the copyright implications of using AI-generated images and for ensuring that they have the right to use them for commercial purposes.
So it's all about using this technology responsibly and ethically. It's about understanding the limitations and potential pitfalls.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can be misused. It's up to us as creators and consumers to use it in a way that benefits society and doesn't infringe on the rights of others.
That's a great point. It's a shared responsibility, and it's something that we need to have open and honest conversations about. AI is here to stay, and it's only going to get more powerful. So it's crucial that we develop ethical guidelines and use it in a way that respects human creativity and doesn't exacerbate existing societal problems.
Absolutely. We need to be proactive, not reactive. We need to think critically about the long-term implications of AI and work together to ensure that it's used for good, not for harm.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from the artistic capabilities of Imagen 3 to the ethical considerations surrounding AI. But I think it's time to address the question that's probably on everyone's mind: how much does this thing cost?
Well, the good news is that Freepik offers both free and paid plans for Imagen 3. The free plan gives you a limited number of image generations per day, which is perfect for experimenting and seeing if it's the right tool for you.
So if I'm just curious and want to play around with it, I can do that without spending any money.
Absolutely. The free plan is a great way to get started, but if you plan on using Imagen 3 regularly or need higher image resolution and unlimited generations, you'll need to subscribe to a paid plan.
That makes sense. And for those who are already Freepik subscribers, is there any kind of discount or bundled pricing?
I believe access to Imagen 3 is included in some of the higher tier Freepik subscriptions, but it's always a good idea to double check the details of your specific plan.
Good point. It's worth noting that pricing models for AI tools are still evolving, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on the latest updates from Freepik.
Absolutely. The field is moving so fast that things can change quickly.
No.
It's important to stay informed and make sure you're getting the best value for your money.
All right, so we've talked about a lot, but there's one more thing I want to explore before we finish up this deep dive into Imagen 3. It's integration with other Freepik tools. Because most of us aren't using just one tool for everything, are we? We're always jumping between different apps and platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's actually one of the things that makes Imagen 3 so powerful. You're right. It's not just a standalone tool. It's seamlessly integrated into the whole Freepik ecosystem,
Oh, okay.
which means you can use it alongside their huge library, stock resources, design templates, and other creative assets.
So it's like a one-stop shop for visual content. So I could go from generating an image to actually using it in a design project without ever leaving Freepik.
Exactly. Imagine, let's say you're working on a social media campaign.
Okay.
You can use Imagen 3 to generate some eye-catching images, then head over to Freepik's template section and find a layout you like that fits your brand. You can drop your generated images right into the template, add some text, branding, and you've got a professional-looking campaign ready to go.
That's amazing. It really
Yeah.
streamlines the whole process. You don't have to waste time jumping back and forth between apps.
Right, and it goes even deeper. Freepik has other AI-powered tools that work with Imagen 3, like their AI background remover, that can instantly isolate the subject of an image,
Right.
which is really useful if you want to use a generated image in a composite design. They also have an AI color matcher, which can help you find the perfect color palettes for your projects, making sure everything looks cohesive.
It sounds like they're building this whole suite of AI tools that work together to make things easier for creatives.
Exactly. It's like an AI-powered creative assistant. And the coolest part is it's constantly evolving. Freepik is always adding new tools and features.
That's exciting. It feels like we're at the start of a creative revolution, with AI changing how we think about art and design. But with all that said, I have to ask, will human creativity even be necessary in a world where AI can create anything?
That's a question that's been around since the first AI art generator came out. It's a valid concern, but personally, I think human creativity will always have a place, even in a world where AI can create realistic images, write stories, and compose music.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, AI tools like Imagen 3 are amazing, but they're still just tools. They don't have those human qualities that really drive creativity, like intuition, empathy, the ability to connect with an audience on an emotional level.
Right.
AI can analyze data and generate things, but it can't replicate the human spark of inspiration, the unique experiences that shape our creativity.
It's like a calculator can do math faster than a human, but it doesn't understand the beauty of an equation.
Exactly. AI can be a partner in creativity, helping us to visualize ideas. But in the end, it's up to us to bring meaning and emotion to our work.
So it's not AI versus humans, it's AI with humans.
Exactly. It's about collaboration, embracing what this technology offers, but still keeping those things that make us human.
And maybe that collaboration will lead to even greater creative expression.
I think so. It's a very exciting time to be a creative.
It really is. Well, I think this has been a fantastic deep dive into Freepik's Imagen 3. We've covered its capabilities, from generating images to its integration with other tools.
We even touched on the ethical side of things and what this means for the future of creativity.
And if you want more deep dives into the latest in tech and creative tools, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.